right. Well, if everybody is ready, we'll go ahead and jump back into Obojima Tales from the Tall Grass. Last time, our party had continued on south from the Temple of Shum and Lake Elior after having successfully saved the head of the midwives that was in the process of bringing the temple back to its former glory, and as well as finding a strange royal Nakudama egg, seemingly untouched for who knows how long within the Temple of Shum. Putting to rest again a creature, a entity known as Verero the Parasite, a heinous, large Nakudama toad-like entity that attacked you all in the deepest depths of the Temple of Shum. You all headed southwards now towards Yatamon, the First Age city, one of the most unique cities on the island of Obojima. A eclectic mishmash of First Age technology, spirits entities all around, as well as many groups and lineages across the entire island of Obojima, as well as many different groups and factions that make up the sort of social and political landscape of the island of Obojima. All have at least some presence here within the First Age city, as it is the largest by far city on Obojima. Upon arrival, you had a number of things you were looking to do, one of which was, of course, to find Jenny's General Goods, a store that you were not quite familiar with, to deliver a letter. Shortly thereafter, you came in contact with a young girl by the name of Imelda, who was accompanied by a strange furball with a large pig-like snout that delighted in sniffing anything and everything around it. Imelda offered to guide you through the city and show you the sights and assist you in helping to find your destination, your final destination of Jenny's General Goods. After a brief but delightful dinner, after much searching, you a brief dinner at Gojo's Ramen Bucket, a very popular site here in the city. You found yourselves finally at the outside of Jenny's General Goods. And as Imelda bids you adieu, you began to head into the store, only to find that you were slightly lighter than you had anticipated, as the very letter you came to deliver was missing from your pouch. Mirage, Mipsy, and Axel. As the sun begins to set here in Yatamon, as the lit lanterns with large gatherings of small spirits that create light in these paper lanterns, as well as the seemingly empty glass street lamps all around the city, are slowly beginning to take light in the early evening hours as the sun is beginning to set. What do you all intend to do about your missing parcel?
Trying to figure out a way to cast Fireball as a bard, because I'm really mad.
Well, depending on what level you reach, eventually you could learn Fireball. And it ain't this day, I can tell you that.
We're far, far from that day.
Yes. Yeah, that's more mid-level D&D more than where you all are at right now. For those watching at home, our party is level 4. But as the sun begins to set on the western horizon over the oceans surrounding the island of Obojima, here in Yatamon, the tall buildings and tight alleyways, light begins to shed from a wide variety of vending machines scattered about all across the city, filled with snacks, drinks, potions, ingredients, items, all things around that you could possibly imagine, just a few coins away in many of these vending machines, but their lights gathered, many of which usually have some sort of spirit purveyor, guardian, if you will, either that directly owns the vending machine or is there is sort of a watchdog by some witch or wizard that owns the machine itself. Additionally, you can still hear the rolling and ringing of the trolley bell and the cawing of the strange pelican that seems to ride around atop this trolley car all throughout the city. You can see some of the shops still remain open even into the late hours, some remaining open 24/7, just depending on what type of goods they sell. But what would you all like to do?
Guys, I know you're all here for the trip, but I would lovely request your help. I need that letter back.
Well, all right.
Will you help me? I know it's late. I don't know if you guys want to rest, but I feel maybe if we wait to open it.
Sure, we can find that letter.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I just want to make sure I was like, I got a full belly full of ramen. I'm ready to go. Let's get that damn letter back.
It's cool. Thank you,
I'm
guys.
pissed.
So should we start going through the direction that she went?
Yeah, I mean, let me see if we got, if I have any, if one of us has something that might, like, help here.
I mean, I got something to make my small ass move faster.
I mean, I can change my appearance so she wouldn't see me coming.
Yeah,
I
but
can
I mean,
also
we
change
still,
my appearance.
I too can change my appearance, but I don't think that's
I mean, like, for her not to know that we're going after her.
Well, if we ever need to sneak in, you guys are set.
I mean,
You're right, but the problem is that you're right. If we all change shape, there she's not gonna know where we are. But the problem is, we have to find her first.
Details.
For us. Like, she might be looking out for us, so if she sees us, she might hide. But if she sees just a bunch of strangers, she'll be maybe a little bit more ease.
Mirage.
That's my name.
Yes, I'm talking to you. Do you have any parchment that I could smell? Like other letters that were around that letter that I could potentially smell. Because I will turn into a dog and try to find this.
Interesting. I mean, I do. Because I had more. I remember you saying I have more letters between them.
Cool.
So I will take like some of them. Out.
I'm as an action before I turn into a goddamn mastiff. I will
Okay.
cast.
Okay. You and up to
On the party.
Okay. You and up to 3 of your willing creatures of your choice within range from Arcane Bond, which magically pulls you forward when moving towards each other. For the duration, each target's speed increases by 5 feet. Whenever an affected creature ends its turn, other target of the spell can use their reaction to move up to half their speed and in the direction of the... Okay. Okay. Describe to me, Mipsy, how your spell takes hold around your companions.
Best way I could describe it will be an arcane, like, leash. Because I'm gonna wild shape as well.
Okay. So you're going to cast your spell that immediately take a new form. And what form is that?
A mastiff.
Okay. Oh, goodness. All right.
So cute.
Very nice.
Guess who's walking me?
Very nice. You all watch as your companion Mipsy takes a 4-legged form of a large canine. Dustin, God damn it.
Sorry.
Oh, goodness. Anyway. You watch as your companion Mipsy takes a 4-legged form, not of a dust bunny, of a canine entity with jowls that hang down over their lower jaw, and a very prominent, not so much intimidating, but just proud presence of a large dog. But what would you all like to do?
Let's chase this girl.
Okay. How do you intend to track down this supposed thief?
Sniff, 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 sniff. Sniff letter. Sniff, sniff.
Okay. You take a deep inhale of your companion's parcel pouches and get in a deep whiff, getting a number of scents, as some of these letters have traveled quite a ways, getting a variety of different scents, but latching on to 2 in particular. One of a furrier variety, and then one of a young humanoid girl. A young elvish girl whom you had just been a company to not too long ago. Go ahead and...
That must be Jenny from the block.
Yes. God damn it. No, that is not Jenny from the block. That is Imelda. You have not met Jenny from the block.
Imelda from the corner.
Oh, God. That's so much worse. Oh. Anyway. You take a deep inhale. You can give me a perception or a survival check. Your choice.
Oh, we'll go with perception.
Okay. Was that with...
Ghoul.
Do you have advantage, or is it just with the heightened sense of the Mastiff?
I don't have advantage.
Okay.
That's just a straight 8.
You turn as you take a big whiff and you get a good sense of the scent, but right as you turn your head, and as Axel is just about to throw away his empty bucket of ramen, your nose gets plunged right into the empty ramen container. And all you get is the strong scent of spices directly up your nostrils as you begin coughing and wheezing, trying to get the spices and the strong scent of animal fats out of your nose. It's not an unpleasant smell, but not one you want to take directly up the nostrils. And you unfortunately cannot track down on the scent. But
Well,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I got nothing. Relying on you guys to talk. Bark, bark.
Let me see. I don't know what I can fucking do here for this. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have anything that can help here. All right. I mean, realistically, just
far
can I
can-
just go ahead?
No, go.
I was just gonna say, just since that method's not working, can I just, I don't know, try to see if I can like just figure out, like look around. Maybe there's something like she ran off in a hurry. Maybe there's something like something that like ripped off or something. Like if I can like check myself, just whatever, just looking around.
Yeah,
I got no spells or anything.
You can give me, you can give me a perception or you can give me an investigation check. Your choice.
Perception is barely better.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's something.
You don't see any bits or bobs or any fabric or any sign of, movement or, around that doesn't jump out at you. But what you do gather with that perception check, you do see that there are a variety of people in this space. And that although you did not see what direction the young elvish girl went, that doesn't mean someone else did not. And as you look around, the thought to perhaps ask one of the locals, yourself being a relative local here as well, may not be such a bad idea to look around and perhaps maybe ask some of the shop owners or some of the passers-by if they saw the young girl.
Okay, let's do that.
I was gonna ask, how far can find familiar, or like the wax lanes can go?
I believe familiars can go a pretty far distance as long as they're on the same plane of existence. If I remember correctly, I don't think there's any distance that they
You just don't have connections with it
Right.
after a certain point.
Right. But your familiar can travel pretty much anywhere it can reach. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to see through its eyes or control it as easily the further it gets from you. But even with the size of Yatamon, if you were to send your familiar off, you would still be within a relative range that you could utilize their ability to move around in places that you might not be able to.
It's a big city, right?
It is a very big city, yes. It is a very dense city.
Well, we ask around. Should I send some of my waxling to look around the city if I catch an eye?
Or what hell not?
Do I have like? Did I saw like a general place she might have, like after she say goodbye? Did she made a turn or something, or she just went out of sight?
Give me a general intelligence check to see if you remember what direction, or better yet, yeah, I think intelligence works on this one. So just roll a d20, and you can go up to the top of your character sheet, under intelligence, and click that. There you go. Okay. You were so intent on getting to your destination that you saw that she had headed back the way you had came, but from there there's multiple branching roads and alleyways. It's hard to say what direction she has gone. You don't really remember. You really weren't paying attention as to what direction she might have gone after heading back the way you had entered this market area.
Okay, then I'm gonna make where is it? 2 wax links. So I'm gonna spend like four weak points,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send them like in opposite directions.
Can you create 2 at the same time, or can you only create 1?
I can create. I already have 4 because I'm level 4.
Right, but can
I
you
have-
create more than 1 at a time is what I mean.
Oh yeah, it does says you can have more than 1 of these familiars at a time.
It does say that? Okay.
I don't know how to send it.
That's fine. As long I trust you. Because typically you can have, with Find Familiar, but yours is a little bit different. Typically with Find Familiar.
It has the stats of a rat. It is a candle with like eyes and all. You can command to touch and ignite. It shreds bright light in 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you can temporarily dismiss the familiar. The familiar is dismissed permanently after 1 hour, or when it is 0 hit points. And then you say you can have more than 1 of these familiars at a time.
Okay. Then you're good. Yeah, because typically with Find Familiar, you can only have 1 at a time. But if yours specifically says you can have more than 1, then that's fine. So you pull out a thin candle and allow it to slowly melt in your hand. You feel the heat of your hand, the ancient art that you had watched many, many times and now are just beginning to grasp for yourself, create this pair of small candle-like creatures that just hover in place. Mipsy, and actually you've seen this a few times now, but they're more prominent than ever in this failing light as they cast or shed dim light around them as they begin to float up into the night sky above the various rooftops of Yatamon. What would you like your waxling familiars to do?
If I send them, can I give them like an order to like go somewhere else later?
Yeah, I would imagine even in the size of this city, as long as they weren't attacked or you directly dismiss them, then they would continue to exist, at least for the duration specified by your ability. So for at least an hour, you have these 2 seemingly sentries kind of moving around the city overhead.
Okay, then I'm gonna send 1 to like kind of like a general place I think it might have gone.
Okay.
Just send it there. And the other one, I'm gonna keep it for a while. So if we ask around and we have like kind of the direction, I'll send it.
Okay.
My mic cut off. I said send it.
Okay, then should I send
Okay.
to both of them, do you think?
Bark, bark.
The dog
Yes,
has
yes.
spoken. So I guess after that I ask and they say I will send both of them, but like kind of like to search different places, of course.
In 2 different directions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 2 perception checks with the rat's perception.
Wait, I don't remember the rat.
Uh,
It is somewhere here. Wait.
Yeah, I think I sent you the
Rats have just a basic 0.
Okay. So go ahead and just roll. Essentially, you're rolling with advantage because you're rolling 2 times. So go ahead and roll 2 d20s. Just you can do. There you go. Okay. The first one you send off kind of finds itself between a number of other light sources along a busy market street. You can see just to the east slightly a large crowd surrounding the Gojo's ramen shop. So you're not that far off of where you had gotten your dinner. The other one's headed in a different direction. They're more remote part of the city. You can see that it's kind of, whereas the segment of the city the first had gone to with a lot of these higher rise stacked structures and buildings, several 3 and even 4-story buildings kind of taking up the peripheral view of your familiar. This second one has headed in a direction that kind of gives you a bit of a wider view of the city. You can see that there are it's almost like an interior park with a large bridge overhead. And what you've noticed all across a lot of the rooftops and the hip roofs of a lot of these buildings, and just Yatamon in general, there are a large number of felines in this area. Like an absurdly large number of cats in Yatamon. They are everywhere. And you really didn't notice because everything's been kind of busy since you have arrived. But now that you're observing more and taking more note of this, you've seen there are cats everywhere. Like more than you've ever seen in any one place in your lifetime. And they seem fairly docile. A lot of them are just wandering around. A lot of the citizens are either, pay them no mind. Others, will even converse with a lot of these cats. So much so that you watch one of these conversations and you realize that not all of these are truly cats, and some of them are spirits in disguise that have found home here in Yatamon and choose to live in these forms as the most convenient. You also notice that there is what jumps out at you on this bridge, particularly. There's a gathering of people that has kind of garnered some attention over this small bridge. It's sort of round in shape and sort of has a semicircular pitch to it as it goes over this small creek that runs through this sort of makeshift park that's sort of sprouted up in the middle of the city, a la like Central Park in New York. Just kind of this sort of hidden oasis in the middle of an otherwise very urban environment. And and you can see that there are a number of cats just kind of posted up on one of these sidewalls of this bridge, and you can see there are people all over. And they're surrounding one individual in particular, a young boy with straight black hair that kind of falls in all directions around from the center of their head, wearing very loose-fitting clothing with a sort of, I don't know the term for the attire, but sort of only really covers one side of their shoulder and goes down the center of their chest in a diagonal pattern, wearing sandals and high black socks, and strapped across, much like yourself, but a bit larger, a very rudimentary but finely crafted longbow strapped across their back. What you also notice is the exposed side, their left-hand side of their body, is completely bandaged up, like quite a bit, all across the shoulder, all the way almost down to the center of their forearm on their left hand or their left arm. And you can see that at first it's hard to tell, is this a human or is this an elf? But you see what looks like markings in some of the exposed areas of their flesh on that left-hand side. But with that, you see that there is some sort of commotion going on this bridge, not too far from your location. As this is going on, Mipsy and Axel, what are you all doing?
Waiting for people to move so I can start trying to track them in dog form. Bark, bark.
I'm asking, what's it called? I'll ask, whatever, like the closest shop that we walk by or something. I'll ask one of the shopkeepers or whatever if they've seen that kid that we were running around with.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I was muted, but I did say something.
Oh, yeah, you were muted.
Definitely were.
You were definitely muted because we didn't hear any of
Sorry.
that. So go ahead.
Let me. I mean, it was just me saying like what was happening to them.
To the individual on the bridge.
Like Axel, no, like me, like and me telling Axel and Mipsy like what I was seeing. Like I haven't found her, but I see this like boy who has been like almost like a commotion over him. He has marks and bandages. I don't know what it is, like what's all this about, but I haven't found the girl. But this is happening, you know.
Mm-hmm. Axel, given your close proximity to the shops, a particular shop, you see sort of a not an older woman, but a woman in perhaps her late 30s, maybe her early 40s, steps out right as you're kind of looking around and waiting on your companion to sort of scan the environment with her familiars, her waxling creations. And you notice her kind of step out. She steps out of the shop that you had arrived to deliver the letter, supposedly. Out of Jenny's General Goods. The woman you see... give me just a moment here. She's wearing what looks like blue denim pants, what likely looks like some very faded work boots, and she's sweeping quite a bit of debris and initially what you think are just dust bunnies and little clumps of dirt and stuff that had gathered at the entrance to this shop covered in flowers and various herbs and hanging moss. And when you look down, though, you can see that she's sweeping out what look like little dust bunny spirits that clearly have like tiny arms and legs, not unlike the mosslings that you saw on your way here, but little sort of sentient dust bunny spirits. And you hear her say, "Get out, get out, get out. This is not your home. Be on your way, little ones. Goodbye, goodbye." As she sweeps up, she's got sort of a reddish brown hair. Definitely a like a shopkeeper's build, not like fairly, sturdy woman. And she's wearing a yellow shirt, like a very like muted yellow shirt, covered by a much brighter yellow apron. Give me just a moment here, and I will show you to whom I am referring to. Oop. That show?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Jedi.
But this is the first person that catches your attention as you hear her shooing away these sort of dust bunny spirits. About the size of either mothballs or little golf ball sized spirits amongst the not sentient dirt and debris at the front of the shop. What do you say or what do you do?
Okay. I walk in and they're like, hi. What? Are you okay?
I'm fine. We're just closing up. I'm sorry. If there's something you need, you'll have to come back in the morning to get it. I was expecting a delivery of something, but it unfortunately has not arrived yet. But we're closing up shop for the evening. Is there something else I can do for you in the meantime? Otherwise, I need to finish up what I'm doing.
Yeah, just a quick question. We're looking for
do we have a picture of what the kid looked like? I'm just looking in the journal thing.
We do. Give me just a moment here, and I will show you what she looks like. I don't think I've added it to your journals yet, but I will right now. Let's see. Did I not create this as a... Give me just a moment here. Whoops. Give me a sec. Freaking dust bunnies. Not quite. More like the mosslings, but just made of dust. Give me a second here. That's why I was trying to do it on the wrong screen. Yes, you do have them in your journal already, but let me go ahead and pull it up and I'll show you. This is the young girl that you were accompanied by for the past few hours that has now disappeared with your expected delivery.
Got it.
So it's a random question. I'm just curious if you happen to seen this elf-looking girl wears really high green-brown boots, a little bit of a thievy kind of person that be, mulling around in this general vicinity.
You hear her give off a big sigh. Was she accompanied by what looked like a big bundle of fur, snorted a lot, has no concept of personal space?
Ah, so you do know. Yes.
Yes, that sounds like Imelda. What's she done this time?
Well, at first we thought she was doing us a favor by getting us to a store, but unfortunately, she stole one of my companions' items from us. So can't have that. So we need to find her.
No, we cannot. I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sorry that she's caused you so much trouble. I promise she means no harm, but she has a general problem with authority, and not a lot of supervision growing up. I've tried to shelter her when I can, but it's kind of hard to take on a familial role with that one. She, yeah. If I had to guess, she has a usual series of haunts in this city, either the market or the shops in this area, or perhaps in the park district. This time of night, probably not the best idea if she is up to nothing good. But she's a smart one, that one. She wouldn't go about trying to steal from anyone that would wish her any immense amounts of harm. Again, I understand the frustration, so I apologize in her stead. But given how late it is, she likely would be around the park district. I've tried to ask her where she chooses to bunk up. I've even offered her to stay here in my shop if she would, assist me with our business during the day, but she, as I said, has a bit of a problem with authority. It's a long story, but she's an independent mind, that one. Unfortunately, for the worse at times.
Okay. I appreciate the information. I will let my friends know, and we'll take a look. Out of curiosity, you said something about you're waiting for a delivery.
Yes.
Did something happen, or?
It's something I was expecting. A bit of research on behalf of an old friend. I still dabble from time to time in the arcane and potions and various ingredients and herbalism. And she points at her shop. It's sort of my long-time joy is, growing and cultivating herbs and plants used for various potions. I'm sure you're aware of the many witch covens that are scattered across the island. Well, they pay me quite well for, cultivating fresh herbs and flowers and ingredients for their various spells and arcane craft and potion making. The Fishhead Coven in particular here in the city is quite a lucrative business partner.
Gotcha, understood. Well, if there's anything I can do to try to help you, let me know. I appreciate the information, and I would like to, repay, if anything, with that a little bit. But thank you.
Of course. And I ask, please, if you find Imelda, try to bring her back here safely. I understand she's done you wrong, but she doesn't mean any harm by it, I promise. She simply doesn't understand the ramifications of her actions. She still, although she acts of an older age, she still has the immaturity of a small child.
I will do my best. I'll be okay. My teammate not so much, but I will do my best to try to get her back here.
Just please promise me you won't do her any harm. I understand I understand, but please try to make sure she comes back safely.
All right, I promise.
Thank you.
Right, I go back and relay that information.
Bark, 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 bark.
That's
Do
right,
you know where
Scooby.
Do you know where that park is?
Given the description that Axel tells you about the park district, it sounds awfully familiar to what one of your Waxling familiars had seen.
Which one? The one that went with the boy or the other one?
The one where you saw the boy on the bridge surrounded by people. So you have a general direction of where that is. It's about, I would say, half a mile of kind of windy alley roads, and before it opens up into the more floral and less dense portion of the city in the center.
Okay. So I guess should we go there? Search for her?
Yeah.
I agree. I guess that
So
was Rennie from the rock.
So I want to redirect the other, find familiar to the park,
Okay.
but I want the other find familiar to stay there and just kind of stealth, put himself somewhere and watch what's happening still there. So I want eventually just want to see what's happening with that boy.
Okay. You send your familiar closer in, and you can begin to hear that the young boy is sort of speaking out almost soapbox style to this group of people randomly listening as they pass over the bridge. Most just continue on their way and pay no mind, but a handful stand and listen as you can hear briefly through that connection to your familiar. You hear the young boy's voice. I promise you, you have to understand. This corruption is coming across the island. It is already done in Polwater. You have to understand, we must do something about it now. It is coming. It is unavoidable, and it will do great harm to this city. And that's all you hear in the brief moment that you're connected to your familiar.
Okay, when I come back to my senses, I will tell everyone remember that boy I told you I see with my other fine familiar? He's yelling something about corruption coming this way and that it's dangerous, but it doesn't seem that people is listening to him. So and I tell them where he said it, but I forgot, near the mountains.
It's on the bridge. There's a large bridge in the middle of this park area with trees and over it kind of stretches over this small creek in the middle of the city that passes through.
In the park.
Yes, it's directly in the middle of the park. It separates the two halves of the park.
I definitely tell them that. I thought it was outside, coming towards the city.
No, it's in the middle of the city.
Okay, then he says it's in the middle of the park where we're going. So it's not... for what he's saying, it seems like it's not a really safe place. So we should be careful. And maybe take a look at that if we see
Goddamn, I have to do charades with you. I'm
The roll
gonna
intelligence. Oh my god.
like point at you with my nose and scratch my ear to say like, listen, and I'm gonna try to walk you to the park. You listen and watch. I'm walking you.
I mean, would I have gotten that?
Mipsy, give me a performance check, and Mirage, give me an insight check.
Jesus.
Okay. Again, because it's funnier this way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I think you get the general understanding of what your companion Mipsy in his mastiff form is trying to direct you to. I think you get the general understanding of it.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just turn to Axel and be like, I think he wants us to follow him, or at least he wants me to follow him. He wants to welcome me to the park.
Yeah, you didn't get that?
Tail wagging, nodding.
Walkies.
Yeah, walkies.
I'm like, yeah, Mirage.
Do
did
you wanna
have
go on
dog
a
when you were growing up?
Walk.
Why did you think I cast the spell at your side?
Yeah, I got some Mipsy snaps too. If we can, we'll be good.
Well, let's get fucking moving.
Yeah, now she can listen and watch what's going on, and I'm dragging her ass towards the park.
Like an overexcited large dog. Your companion Mipsy literally pulls you all along as you feel this arcane tether moving you quickly through these windy streets. With the description given to you by your companion Mipsy, even with the once you've cleared the spices out of your nostrils, you're able to head in the direction of this otherwise very floral, natural smelling, you can smell trees and pollen and all this stuff, kind of concentrated in the center of the city. And it doesn't take you long with your mastiff snout to find your way there. And as you get closer, now is when you begin to hear that same sort of shouting, and not like aggressive, angered shouting, but perhaps like heated debate as you get closer to this bridge that your companion had described to you. And now as you turn this corner, you can see the individual that she had described to you. And I'll go ahead and pull them up. Just a moment here. Did I not put them in the... I did not create this character. I am dumb. Hold on. I will do it very quickly. The young man that you see is probably in his late teens, maybe. Like 16, 17 maybe. Fairly young. You can see that he looks very... not like emaciated, but a bit thin. His skin and his muscles are very taut to his frame. His skin itself, he looks very pale. But you can see that his skin also has sort of a wear and tear of somebody who's been traveling quite a bit. Whoops. Give me just one sec here. You can see that there's a quiver of arrows strapped to his side and this longbow strapped across, hanging across his back. Basically just a longer version of the bow and arrow that you use, Mirage. just a sec here. All right. This is the individual that you see. Oops. As you come around this corner and you see this bridge, and there's quite a few people surrounding you, and you can now see the more traditional garb of this young man. You can see he's got a satchel on the other side and a quiver of arrows. He definitely looks like he's traveled quite a ways, which kind of substantiates the messages you hear him shouting, and now you can begin to hear it in full. I assure you, what is happening now on the eastern coast of the island is not long for the time it will be here. It is dangerous. This corruption seems to know no end. It has destroyed the city of Polwater. I ask that anyone who is willing and able to help, any information that you can provide. I tell you, I'm not lying. I just bring the word of what I've seen. And you can hear there's a couple, there's an orcish man and a more rotund human individual. They're like, another doomsayer from the East Coast. God. You're all a bunch of talk. You had a bad run-in with the recent tidal wave, and this is what happens. You're complaining, you're trying to get handouts. Get out of here. And you can hear him call back, I promise you, it's not about what we need. It's what I'm offering you and telling you is a danger to this entire island. And as you turn the corner first, Mipsy, in your canine form, and the strong scent you get surrounding this boy, there's a familiarity to it. It's not exact because but it has a similar scent to the sort of bile that you were covered with.
Yep.
And there's sort of this sort of recognition and this sort of aura that extends around this individual. And there's an immediate sense of recognition to you of this individual. And you hear the orcish man call out, show us some proof. I don't believe you. All this naysaying and doomsaying, BS. You want to see proof? Proof of what gathers in mass across the eastern coast of the island? Is that what you want? That's what I just said, isn't it? And you watch as he reaches in below his right-hand covered side. And you see as he kind of reaches in to grab it with his left hand, kind of winces a little bit. And you can see all three of you now. There's like his whole left side and like the left edge of his chest is like all bandaged up. Like they're definitely covering something. And you can see mixed in with the bandages are various like seals, like paper seals. Not unlike the seals that you've seen on shrines and various warding runes across the island of sacred sites and things of that nature. And they're like wrapped in with the bandages. But he slowly pulls something out and Mipsy, as you grow closer and closer, kind of dragging your companions along towards this space, this open garden district of the city, give me an insight check.
Insight.
I do want to like kind of pinpoint, like now that we're with the boy, can I just say that I sent the other like find familiar to the park and continue both of them like searching for her or searching something weird happening in the park now that I'm hearing like this information?
Yes, go ahead and give me 2 perception checks so you can basically make them with advantage. for your waxlings.
That's why I was trying to drag you so you could do this while we're getting there at the same time as well.
Okay. Well, the +5 you wouldn't get because you're looking through the waxling's eyes. So it's more.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's still an 18. It's still good.
It's an 18.
Yes, yeah, because the +5 doesn't, because you're using the waxling's perception.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. To answer your roll first, Mipsy, you don't catch anything else but you do see that you continue to watch as he slowly pulls out something in his left hand from beneath his robes, something in a vial, and you do get a sense of like stark recognition, and that draw to this space gets even stronger. Mirage, you see through the eyes of your waxling, there's a couple things that catch your attention. Obviously, this crowd surrounding this young boy who's sort of calling for something dangerous gathering on the eastern coast of the island, as he calls out about this corruption, some sort of negative entity of some kind, or some sort of catastrophe on the eastern coast of the island. But what you also see just below where this sort of row of about half a dozen cats along the wall kind of watching this whole situation, what immediately catches your eye from overhead is there is another group of cats down below the bridge, one of which is massive. And you, Axel, as you kind of turn this corner, now you recognize this area, the Park District, and you recognize that this is sort of the main draw of this area is this large cat that you can just barely catch the glimpse of its ear as you get closer to the beginning of the bridge. You can see it down below. This cat is like the size of a school bus. It is massive, and you know this as the cat or the feline of prodigious size. It is a well-known attraction here in the city of Yatamon. It is a spirit of some kind that has remained asleep below this bridge for as long as you've been in existence, and for as long as many people in the city of Yatamon these days have been in existence. It occasionally moves and yawns, but never fully wakes up. It just continues to sleep below the bridge here in the Park District of Yatamon. The normal size cats are like, some of them could fit between the various toes of this larger cat. It is huge. And its rear end is like blocking the bottom part of this rounded portion of the bridge below. You can see that there's some sort of or you're aware, you've seen this cat from down below near the creek side before, and over the various areas that kind of run, not in parallel, but perpendicular to the bridge itself on both sides. The sort of walkways that there are small, during the day, there are often fruit vendors and small mobile stalls and various people hawking their wares in this area. But for the most part, it's known as just an area of peaceful tranquility within like a nature's respite within an otherwise very urban environment. But oftentimes those sellers that do, choose to operate here, oftentimes are selling small knickknacks for children, ice cream, various treats on a hot summer day, that sort of thing. It's not really the same as like the market district where, all sorts of wares and ingredients and potions and weapons and things of all kinds can be bought and sold like the rest of the city. This is more sort of an area for relaxation and getting away from the hustle and bustle of the rest of Yatamon. But you do recognize the cat of prodigious size that sleeps soundly day in and day out below the bridge here in the Park District of Yatamon. Its furry hind end blocking what you've seen before is some sort of passageway. You're not quite sure into what you imagine is some sort of underground portion of the city. But with that information, what would you all like to do? As you come up at the beginning of the bridge, you can now fully see the crowd of about, I would say, a dozen and a half individuals listening to this young lad call out, potential chaos and danger coming from the eastern coast of the island.
Just looking at my party. Wolf, wolf.
Oh, good boy.
Grr.
I guess maybe we should search for the girl. If she's in the park, that means... I mean, I don't care about the girl, I will fireball that girl, and that's in sight. But she might be in danger, though, if she's in there. And forget about her, my car might be in danger, my letter. Or should we talk to the guy? The kid? The boy?
As you say this, Mipsy, you can now see this young man has fully drawn out something in a small glass vial. It is a very old, very salt-soaked glass vial with a thick cork in it. But you can see that there's some sort of grayish, darkish, sort of muddy, very thick liquid at the base of this glass vial. It is nothing that you've seen directly, but immediately when he raises it up and calls out, "This is what I'm referring to. This in mass coats the eastern coast of Obojima. Can you not see what this has caused?" And as he raises it up, and you can see it fully now, as the light kind of shines on it, you feel drawn to it. As you inadvertently find yourself stepping slowly towards the crowd, Mipsy. And as you get close enough that you can see the faintest hint of your reflection in the bottom of the glass vial, you see the viscous liquid begin to react. At first, it kind of shakes subtly and then bounces up and down off of the bottom of the cork inside the bottle and then sticks itself to the edge of the glass closest to you. And you can see...
Try not making a scene.
you can see the young lad does his best to not give too much away, but you can, for just a moment, the briefest of moments, you two lock eyes as he stares down at you in your canine form. But he has recognized that this small fragment of corrupted mass is reacting to you. As this is going on, Mirage and Axel, both of you give me an insight check. Mipsy, are you trying to hide this in any way? This reaction and this recognition?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me either a performance or a deception check, Mipsy.
Oh God.
Do I make an insight check too?
Yes. Yeah, Mirage and Axel, give me an insight check. Axel, you don't really catch anything. You're kind of focused on the individuals that are kind of shouting back, and like the crowd that's kind of oohing and awing at the whatever the hell is in this vial, this bouncing muddy liquid. Mirage, you catch it for the briefest of moments. You see this sense of recognition between the young lad and your companion Mipsy, but only for the briefest of moments. Not enough to really tell what's going on. But you definitely see that there was a moment of simultaneous recognition. You don't understand why, but you can definitely tell there was something unspoken between the two. But breaking that moment of silent recognition, this is what I'm referring to. It's already covered the eastern coast. It will destroy this city and cause untold harm if it were to come here. I assure you, it is spreading, destroying everything it touches, including me. And you watch as he slowly kind of removes some of the bandages on his lower forearm, and you can see, all three of you, there is this darkened scar across his left forearm. Like this discolored, almost like a burn scar, but like a blackened grayish flesh that's in stark contrast to his otherwise fairly clean and pale skin tone. And then he slowly begins to wrap it back up as you see these kind of gasps from the crowd. And then you hear the rotund human man kind of call out again. Whatever. That's miles off. That's your problem, not ours. Ugh. I thought this would be entertaining. Whatever. I haven't got time for this. Come on. And he nudges his orcish companions side as they sort of saunter off. And you can see a few people are kind of still staring and sort of unsure of what to say as they kind of gasp and, mutter between themselves. But slowly you can see that people are kind of just dispersing and, going their way and, heading along whatever path they were when they stepped into this crowd. Please, I beg you, someone has to do something about this, please. I'm telling you, this is not going to solve itself. But you can see the crowd has kind of lost interest at this point. As this is going on, what are the three of you doing?
I'll start Barker to see if I can get people's attention.
Give me either a persuasion or an intimidation check.
God damn it! Why am I doing all these persuade like charisma checks here?
Holy shit!
Yes.
You can see that at best, a lot of the women are just like looking at you like, oh, what an unkept mongrel. And a few of them are, about to pull out like an umbrella and swat you with it. And
If they're gonna do that, I'm gonna like try to stop it and be like, hey, it's my dog.
keep your dog under control. As you see this elvish
I'll just
woman kind of
snarl and growl at them.
can't even keep
And
it
I'll
on a
just
leash.
like
Those
just
stray
stare up there and
cats
be
are
like-
better behaved than your dog. As they kind of, you turn around and you can see the cats just kind of watching what's going on. But as I said,
wanna
If
try,
a
like,
dog
and
could flip
see-
these guys off, I would.
Oh my god. I just want to say, like, has my waxling find anything by any chance?
You do notice the same thing that you've seen previously, Axel. You notice that there's some sort of tunnel or entrance to a series of tunnels below the bridge that's sort of mostly blocked at any given moment by the furry hind end of the cat of prodigious size that sleeps soundly below the bridge. Given your high vantage point, you don't see anybody in this sort of park area and the denser foliage and trees and areas around, but if there were a place to hide, it would probably be there.
Okay.
Can I send one of the tieflings? Sorry, one of the waxlings to check it out.
Sure. You can
But
see...
not like
Oh, go
because
ahead.
it's dark, right?
Right.
Like
I mean-
ghost enough, but for it not to be like too suspicious.
I mean, as not suspicious, if you want to try to sneak, you can do so, but you'll be sneaking around with like a brightly lit candle, essentially. So any sneak you would, sneak
I mean,
attempt
I
you would
wanna
make
get-
with...
Close enough for the light not to be like super spot,
Okay, well,
or it's not possible.
again, it's the middle of the night, and you're basically
Well, yeah.
floating around a candle.
That's true. I was
I mean,
hoping there
if
was
you're-
like,
You can certainly
lights
try
in the
to
street
hide
or
it
something.
as you sort of explore this space.
I mean, you
Oh,
can't
it's
get
fine.
any worse than what I've been doing today.
That's true.
I mean, I did get like some other times stealth twice in a row.
I mean, I
To
got a
be-
0.
To be fair,
Stealth.
I did the same thing when we did our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. I had a 0 to charisma, and I was making a whole bunch of those statements, and I'm like, why am I doing
This is
this?
why I've been-
This is not my character.
This is why I've been rolling on the animal forms with even lower stats, because it's funnier.
Okay, I have an idea. So it's a bridge, right?
Yes, it's sort of like a rounded bridge. Yes.
Yeah. So you must have like a way in and a way out from the other side, right?
Not necessarily. You go
No?
around to the other side, and it's just a sheer flat wall. At least at a glance, that's what you see. You sort of step to the other side of this wall, and you look down where your waxling was sort of floating around. And even with the light of the waxling, you can clearly see it's just the opposite side is completely closed off. The only sort of opening into this underground or tunnel-like portion seems to be directly behind the butt end of this large cat.
Then I'll turn to everyone. And I'll be like, should we go? What should we do? Should we talk to the boy, or should we go search for the girl? I mean, this seems like a pretty serious problem.
Well, it's your call. You want the letter.
Yeah, the one with letter.
I mean, I want to go for my letter, so yeah, I would say, should we try and go for the bridge?
It's mail time, bitch. Let's fucking go.
Oh,
Here's a mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail.
Oh my god.
It's only appropriate because I'm a dog at the moment.
Hell yeah.
You should have made yourself blue. We could have, we just got a letter. We just got
A letter. Wonder who it's from.
Oh my
so
god.
Axel, you might know, like, under the bridge, is there a way out, or is this the only entrance?
Axel, give
Is there
me
chili peppers?
give me a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there it is.
You know, having worked with the Guild of Archaeologists, Historians, and Archivists, that they have been researching this space. That occasionally groups of researchers will go down below the surface levels of the city of Yatamon, specifically because below the city of Yatamon are a network of former subway tunnels. Basically, not unlike the trolley that you see on the surface, but a small group of researchers in this area have made it their life's work to try to research the network of tunnels that have mostly collapsed in various areas that used to be tied to the entire much larger, grander network across the entire island. But from what you've heard many times now, that these tunnels have all but been found collapsed. But these researchers are still dead set on trying to see if some of these tunnels can be opened up and this network of transportation brought back to usage once again. You know that one of these such entrances is here below the bridge here in the Garden District.
Okay. All right, so I relay that information, and I guess we go look for it, the entrance for it.
Okay. You can see that there's sort of a switchback set of stone steps that leads down to the entrance behind the cat of prodigious size. that gets you at level with it. Right now, as it lays on its side, you can see that its furry hindquarters are basically mostly blocking all but a very tight segment of this this particular entrance. But you have known that certain stimuli have in the past caused the cat of prodigious size to change positions.
I gotta pokey flute this bitch. Okay, all right, I got you. All right. Let's see.
In fact, we're going to go ahead and make this a skill challenge.
Oh.
You'll need 3 successes before 2 failures. You can use whatever tools, spells, ideas at your disposal you would like to try to coerce the sleeping cat of prodigious size to move its position out of the way to expose the entrance to the tunnels. So, as I stated, you need to have 3 successes before 2 failures. Who'd like to go first?
Your boy with the keytar.
Okay. How do you use your keytar to convince the cat of prodigious size to change its position as it sleeps soundly with its butt blocking the entrance to the tunnels?
I'm trying to think, what would I play right now?
God damn it, Dante. That's the one I was thinking of too. Get the cradle in the silver spoon. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That is a fucking good one. I don't know. I play some I tweak with the sounds and make kind of like instead of like being like a deep bass jazz guitar sound that I have, I kind of make it like a little more like lullaby-ish, like a little more higher pitch, so it's like light and soothing.
Okay. Go ahead and post the keytar's description in chat if you don't mind, so I can just reread it. I don't remember. Okay.
It's literally the only instrument that I have on me. I thought I had other things on me. I do not.
I thought you did too. I thought you had a lute.
Oh shit, I do have a lute.
Yeah, but this sort of works because this is trying to kind of open a door here, so I think it's fitting. You do so, you make a charisma performance check against the lock's DC instead of the dexterity check normally. Okay, so go ahead and make your performance check as if you were trying to open a lock. I think that's appropriate here. I will tell you right now, the DC is 14. Okay. That is 1 success. As you play a dulcet tone on your keytar, just beginning to come to terms with the little idiosyncrasies of the instrument, as the melody inspires a bit of shuffling of the cat's shoulders, as you can see it release a big wide yawn as it moves and stretches, and for the briefest of moments you can see that the opening has gotten a bit wider. Not quite wide enough for anyone to slip through, but wide enough that you can see that there is definitely an entrance to some sort of underground staircase moving downward just behind the hind end of this massive feline. That is 1 success. Who would like to go next?
I mean, I can try it, but I don't know what to do.
Be creative. Sometimes the most creative solutions are the most impactful.
But like exactly what are we what are we trying to do? Like sneak through it or make it move?
Make it move, or perhaps find a way around it, or it is a giant sleeping cat whose butt is blocking the entrance. It, as cats tend to do, falling asleep and blocking otherwise paths of egress. They are quite adept at doing that. This one is just quite large, so it's a rather large inconvenience.
But is it asleep?
Yes, it has been asleep for as long as anyone in Yatamon can remember. It has not moved from this spot. People don't know why it remains asleep. It is definitely still alive, as it is some sort of spirit, but it remains asleep for as long as anyone currently alive can remember.
Well, I'm going back into Mipsy form.
Okay.
Gotta look at my talismans here. Nope, that's not gonna help. The only thing I can really think of is almost just pushing this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do it from a distance, though. I'll use my quarter staff and just kind of like nudge it.
Try to nudge it or pry it out of the way.
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
gonna just go, whack.
Okay. Yeah, give me a strength check. Or I'll let you add your, cuz you're proficient with your staff, correct?
I am. So you just want me to make a weapon attack for all purposes?
Yeah, I'll say I think that's appropriate since it kind of adds the proficiency. You go to stick the staff in between the gap that your companion Axel has created, but unfortunately, this cat is massive, and you manage to move it like an inch or two before the staff snaps back and like you get thrown into the wall. Unfortunately, that is one failure.
Never mind, I got nothing.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, Mirage, you wanna go again? Like, I mean, well, do you want to try something or?
I mean, I am next, right? Like I have to go next.
You don't necessarily have to go in order, or if you want to go try to do something together. I mean, there's no exact format for this. It's just a skill challenge to see if you can succeed in coercing this sleeping cat out of the way.
Like, how how far are we from the door?
I mean, you can get right up to the gap where the cat's butt is kind of blocking the tunnel entrance. So I mean, you can get within, right up to the cat's, backside basically, and right up to the gap. Mipsy, what you could see, was just there trying to pry the backside out of the way. So, I mean, you can get right up to it, right up to the gap, but unfortunately it's not wide enough for any of you to try to squeeze through. At least not in your current forms.
Can I try with the wax links, like kind of tickle it? So it can like reflect and move.
Okay. Would you say that's a... I would say that's kind of an improvised attack of sorts. Go ahead and give me... Go ahead and give me a dexterity check, and I'll allow you to add your proficiency bonus to it, as you have the assistance of your... Well, you have the help action of your waxling, so I'll say you can go ahead and make a dexterity check at advantage, because you do have the assistance of your waxlings. That was with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you are unable to persuade the cat, as its thick fur has sort of matted up in those areas you attempt to tickle and coerce out of the way. And it simply has a large yawn, and the butt just fills the entrance to this tunnel. Unfortunately, you were unable to coerce the cat of prodigious size to move out of the way.
Well, that's all I can do. I guess we gotta go home.
I guess Paracupa's not getting his letters.
But I mean, are we sure she went this way?
We're not sure, but there's a good chance that she did. But I mean, we can still look for something else.
I apologize. I don't mean to interrupt. You seem to be engaged in a bit of animal pageantry. You can see as you turn around, the young man that had been on top of the bridge has kind of been watching you for the past couple minutes, tried to move the cat out of the way. Were you the...
Well, most likely
Go
we're
ahead.
looking for a girl that took something, or we suspect took something from us. From me.
Was she
And we
perhaps
think
a
she might
young
have
elvish girl, silver hair, had a little floaty, furry companion with her?
Everybody knows this girl. She has men with everyone.
Exactly her.
Yes, she came running through here, and I saw her come down these very steps. I didn't see where she went after that, but I assume the only other way is up into the creek, and then, of course, whatever's behind this large feline. But perhaps I can be a bit of assistance to you all. In exchange, might I ask you a few questions?
Oh, brother, it's always something. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I mean no disrespect, and he slowly slides his hand below his shirt again, and he pulls out the vial of liquid that seems to be bouncing around violently inside the glass, and as he does, it directs itself directly at you, Mipsy. I thought that might be the case. And he shoves it back into his tunic. I don't know what you've been through, and I don't mean to pry, but my name is Aaron. I'm a resident research assistant from the city of Polwater. Well, what was left of Polwater, and what little is left of it now, other than a handful of, you seem to have come across a similar trouble. Might I be able to contact you in the future if you're anywhere near the eastern side of Obojima?
Sure. But there's nothing wrong with us.
I didn't say anything of the sort. I simply noticed something unusual, and I had to be sure. As I said, I'm a researcher by trade and a child who's lived on the land for many, many years and traveled quite a lot across the eastern coasts of the island, and I tend to trust what my eyes can see, is all I will say. Anyway, might I ask your names?
Mipsy.
Mipsy. Pleasure. And you both are...
Mirage.
Pleasure.
Axel.
It's a pleasure. Mipsy, Mirage, and Axel. Hopefully, once I've learned a bit more about what's going on and perhaps found some research assistance here where the resources of Aha are a bit stronger, well, in some time I'd like to have your assistance in the future, but I don't want to waste your time until I've had more support. As you probably saw, people don't really trust a backwater individual like myself. But I meant what I said up there. There's something extremely dangerous on the eastern coast, and it's spreading across the island. And I just don't want to see anyone get hurt by it. But anyway, I've taken up more than enough of your time, and I appreciate you sharing what little you know. And anyway, I used to have a cat, not quite so large, but I did have a cat, a family pet back in the day, and, well... And you watch as he walks up and he finds sort of the joint between the back leg and the sort of the soft underbelly. They tend to be a bit more reasonable if you find just the right. And you watch as he begins to rub this segment between the back hind leg and the belly. There. Good kitty. Good kitty. And as he does this, you can see the cat's, like, sort of senses take over. Even though it's still asleep, it's very much has its eyes closed. But You can see the leg kind of like perches up a little bit ways, and it's kind of reacting to the stimulation. As you can see, it stretches a bit and curves and twists its midsection, and then rolls over, exposing its underbelly, but in the process leaving about a 3-foot gap between the wall and the entrance to the tunnels. You better hurry. I don't know if it intends to take its old position, but you just have to find the right spot sometimes.
Oi, oi, oi. Thank you.
Of course. I look forward to speaking with you all again in the future. As he steps out of the way, leaving the gap into the tunnels. What would you all like to do?
Let's kick that girl in the ass.
Oh yeah.
And I start walking.
We promised. Oh, I promised not to hurt her. So let's go, bud. Holy shit, that's so funny. Let's go.
Well, you all descend through the gap, Axel, as you kind of turn sideways to get between, just as the cat kind of and rolls over, and he watches like the big furry butt squishes against the edge of the opening again, kind of sealing you off from behind. As you step in, your waxling familiars sort of shedding dim light. As you can see, there is a subway staircase leading downwards below the surface of Yatamon. Wait just a moment here to make a few changes. As you find yourself in this entrance, you can place your tokens down here at that small entrance here in the bottom right of the map.
Looking, I was like, where are you?
Me too. I was like, what map?
Sorry, I had to black out some of the areas. It is pitch black down here as you step down. The only light coming from your waxling familiars as you step down this narrow, sort of 5 or 6 foot wide concrete staircase. You can see that there are roughed up intentionally grippy steps as you step down, as they sort of have like a yellowish coloring to them. This was definitely intended as some sort of step path down into this segment of the rail lines. As you step down, you can see there is definitely the same sort of surface-mounted steel rails and wooden boards connecting these two sides. And just as you turn to the left, there's a large car on these rails, but it is dusty and dirty and doesn't seem to have been moved in countless years. You're not quite sure how long, but it is full of debris and materials. You can kind of peep in. You can see there are parts and pieces of supplies. What initially looks like some sort of projectile weapons scattered across various, and other first age technologies, but you can see that as you take a closer look, they seem to be made of plastic. They're not any type of actual firearms, but some sort of plastic toys of sorts, like children's toys. What you also see as you look in this train car, you sense a very subtle movement of small globule greenish yellow entities kind of moving about inside this subway car.
Like spirits?
Give me a perception or a nature check, depending on what you would like to know.
Oh.
Okay. Give me 1 sec to pull these to the correct layer. Okay. You see there's about 5 or 6 of these blob-like creatures that kind of stretch around. They kind of stretch out these small pseudopod limbs that kind of extend and retract, and they kind of pull themselves almost like gum on a wall or on a floor that's sort of sentient and moving around. You can smell through some of the cracks. Whatever these things are, they reek. They stink. They smell like pooled up, like wet garbage. Like it's got like an acrid scent to it. And they kind of move around, but they are quite small. They're only about, maybe the biggest one, maybe like 12 inches across. The size of like a child's like ball. Not much bigger than that, but they kind of slump along underneath the chairs and a little ways up the walls and things like that, but you can see they kind of move around through these cars. What you notice with that perception check, they're semi-transparent and almost like slime-like, if you will, but are semi-opaque. And you definitely notice the strong stink coming off of these things. They smell like wet garbage, like rotting wet garbage.
Does it look like maybe someone has gone through this? Like the girl?
Give me a survival check.
Or someone?
Let's see if you see any signs of movement.
Nope. No, I don't.
It's hard to say. The stink of these things that are wandering around this subway car, this old abandoned subway car, is so distracting. You're having to like hold your nose and like look away. Axel, Mipsy, what are you doing as this is going on?
Can't see shit, Captain.
You can see about 15 feet around the waxlings as they kind of hover around you. But yeah, it's otherwise it's pitch black in this area.
All right, let me see something. Oh. I have something interesting actually that can give us more light. I just saw. Apparently, I have this item in my backpack.
Okay.
Gives you 60 feet of light in a coat.
Okay. You fire up the bullseye lantern and you watch as it floods this car with light in the surrounding area. As these slime-like creatures sort of notice now that this area is being surrounded with light. They definitely take note of the source and kind of move in this way, not in any sort of like dangerous manner, but they definitely seem curious. And as they kind of move closer into this area and like towards the light as you shed it into this subway car, and a lot more of them get closer, you can smell it is like horrendous, the stink coming off of these things.
take a step back.
Can I send one of my waxlings like in a corner or
Sure.
something, like to try to put them like in a place?
Yeah, you can see that there is.
I mean, if they want.
So you're trying to get their
I'm trying to
attention.
lead them, like hope get their attention. Like maybe not on the floor, but like on the wall a little bit, like maybe off their reach, but that they can see it.
Yeah, definitely. You can see some of the plastic sort of windows, that are in these areas here along the car. There's two doors on either side of this subway car that kind of separate in the middle, that are both currently shut. This one is blocked by the wall, and there's a gap here that you could walk around it. Sort of a 5-foot gap on the top side of this car. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
And you can see that one of the glass or plastic panels here that makes up a window is sort of cracked and pushed in this location. So if you wanted to, you could fly your waxling inside or just leave it on the outside near the window.
Oh, this is closed.
This is sealed here. This is some sort of door on the backside of this car, and you can see on the bottom side of it there's some sort of like connecting hardware. You've seen the trolley on the surface level kind of rolling around Yatamon on various rails that are very similar to this. And Mirage, you've heard of other rail-like transportation around the island of Obojima. You've never seen it in person this close before, but you've seen the trolley when you came into Yatamon. This is like that, but it's as if that these cars will connect to each other. That there are multiple of these that can be driven in line and pulled across these rails. But this particular one seems to be well and truly out of commission and in massive state of disrepair and neglect. It doesn't look like it's been used for decades at this point.
Okay. So we like to walk on the side, and maybe I can distract them with a waxling. Put it inside and make it a little bit distract while we walk by from the side.
You can certainly try.
By?
Yeah. Is that what you want to do?
I was trying like to talk to the group.
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry.
Giving the options. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, butt out, dude.
What up, Doc?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I'm down to squeak
Yeah,
along the
that
side.
sounds good.
Okay, then I'll send one of my waxling to go like inside and maybe like get in a corner or get in the middle to try like to put them together while we cross from the side.
Okay.
Hopefully like a little high. If not, like it can go below. Try not to like kill it.
Okay. As your waxling,
But if it's gone, it's gone.
if your waxling floats into the interior of this cab, and immediately you can see that the curiosity of these yellowish greenish slimes begin to float all around it and sort of like suction their way up the wall, as some of them kind of extend various like short pseudopod looking arms in its direction, sort of looking and inspecting it as they do so. They seem to have their full attention on it at the moment. And it seems to be far enough away that they can't really get in contact with it.
Okay, does that look fine for you guys? Should we walk from the side, or do you want me to move it to a corner?
you can see, let me reveal a little bit more here. Give me a sec. Reveal. Because your candle would shed a little bit more light in this direction. You can see that there's another, like, even more dilapidated and damaged car further up this rail line that's, like, completely fallen off and against the wall of this concrete and stone tunnel. Did that not keep playing? Sorry, hold on. There we go. That's completely come off the rail here, and you can see there are, like, old sandbags, as if this was somewhat intentional, but someone's seemingly blocked off this tunnel, and you can see further down, like, there's been a cave-in of this tunnel. It's completely blocked as you get further down through this space. Like, once you get just off the map here, there are just rocks and stone completely blocking this tunnel, which sort of falls in line with what you were explained by some of the researchers in this coming down here, Axel. Members of AHA have stated that a lot of these tunnels, these former subway tunnels, have completely collapsed.
So I guess let's go, boys, before they get more attention to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you're doing that, go ahead and everybody give me a stealth roll, and you do have advantage with the assistance of the waxling.
Oh boy.
Redemption,
boy.
please. Redemption.
Okay.
You have advantage there, Monique.
I got the same in both of them, but it's fine.
Okay.
Hey, that's cool.
Not bad. Yeah, you only had to beat like a 10. They rolled really poorly, and they are seemingly mesmerized by this waxling familiar floating above them. So you can seemingly pass by unperturbed by these waxlings. You can see that there's another car just further down the tracks behind this main one that's on the track, and there's one that's like completely off the rails, and you can see that there is a entrance going splitting off from the tunnel itself here to the right as you come between the car and the side of this concrete tunnel. But the further you go, once you get past this broken up car, beyond this point here, the tunnel is completely collapsed. As is the tunnel behind you here. It is completely full of rubble.
It's collapsed like in here.
Yes, it's collapsed here behind this broken up car and directly behind you from where you entered here. And then there's some sort of entrance. You can see that there's an opening about the same width as where you came in from here on the opposite side.
So should we step forward?
Yeah.
Right here. Can I like peek with my other waxling?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I don't know if Axel has like enough light to make a pick or something.
That is up to you all.
I'll send the waxling. Just
Okay.
to peek. Like not so far, but just peek.
You can see, with the assistance of your waxling familiar, there's a narrow tunnel about the same width as the one you came stepping down through. This one sort of slowly slopes down to a lower elevation, and you can see there's a plastic turnstile here at the end of the tunnel. Not really a door. It only comes up to waist height. And there seems to be some sort of like old electronic that's been broken up and destroyed here. There's actually two of them. There's one in front of you, and then there's one like just on the entrance to this tunnel, and then there's another one here at the end of this tunnel. Similar sort of like just little plastic door about waist height, with some sort of electronic device of some sort that's just either completely in disrepair or has been completely broken off and on the ground. And you can see from there, it sort of turns 90 degrees and goes seemingly into another set of tunnels. What would you all like to do?
But like the
Guess
doors are
keep-
open, like you can go through, right?
Yeah, you can easily climb over them. They're only about, like I said, like waist high. For lack of a better understanding, these are basically subway turnstiles. If you've ever been in a subway before and ran your key card to open them up, they're subway turnstiles.
We just
Okay.
hop
So-
them shits. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Essentially,
I can
yes.
just walk under it.
Or yes, or slide under them.
I cannot do that. So
Yeah. Those of you of the medium variety definitely could not slide under, but Mipsy, you could definitely do so.
Hooray for being small.
There are benefits to that.
Do you guys think it's safe to just walk through it?
of course not, but we're going.
Of course not. As you pass by this broken down car, you can also see that there are more of those slimes inside some of these cars. Give me just a moment here. But they seem to not have noticed you, even with the light. But that acrid smell that you got previously is very apparent again inside some of these cars. But what would you all like to do?
It's pitch black, right?
Without the light source of your waxling or Axel's bullseye lantern, yes, it would be pitch black down here.
I mean, Axel, would you like to light it up, or if you want, I can cast some light.
What do I got? What do I got? Do I got anything for lights?
I do
Nope.
have some stuff for lights, but
Gotta love it when nobody has dark vision.
okay, then I'm gonna
That's a
cast.
first.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights through the tunnel.
Okay. The tunnel lights up like a Christmas tree, and you can see clearly that it's a long, narrow tunnel. You don't see anything moving around. There's none of these slime-like creatures in here. Just another 90-degree turn and another of these turnstiles. There seem to be some strange markings on the wall. Some strange First Age language. Does anybody speak First Age?
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Oh no, I know fucking the first aid technology. I don't. No, I don't. Damn it.
Give me a. What is the? Oh shit! What is the? Shoot! Where is it? I'm trying to remember the Obojima specific skills. Give me a sec here.
Yeah, I'm looking at my thing. Like I'm trying to find it. Like I know I have it because my mechanics background.
Yes. Yeah, it was on Roll20 we made them, but give me a sec. I don't think they added them in D&D Beyond, which is kind of annoying. Give me just a moment.
I think I still have access. I think I still got my sheet on here. Hold on.
Yeah, I can pull it up too.
Yeah.
It's intelligence based. I remember that. Give me a sec here. It was, mechanics. So you would add your, you are proficient in it. So you would add your proficiency bonus and your intelligence modifier to the D20 roll.
I'm dumb as a fucking rock. I ain't got no fucking intelligence.
You got this.
All right, which one? Sorry, which one are we rolling?
Mechanics.
Okay.
So yeah, you roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier and your proficiency bonus. Okay. Does that have your proficiency bonus in it?
Where do I see the proficiency? Because it just
No.
mine says
It does not. So
zero.
that would be
Yeah.
right now. Your proficiency is +2, so that'd be an 18.
Oh, okay, got it.
You don't understand the language that's written on the walls, but you understand that this is some sort of like first age security technology, like some sort of like electronic locking system that it used to use some sort of energy source, and that it would given like the completion of the circuit would open the door or close the door. And you can see there's some sort of little panel device that's been broken off, and that would be the triggering device. This secondary one here further down in this tunnel, you can see that the other one here at the first turnstile is missing. This one is the panel device is on the ground, and it looks like it's been broken off at some point. But there's writing on the walls at the entrances to this thinner tunnel, but unfortunately you do not understand the wording.
Damn it.
I guess where will we go? Right? Yes.
It's entirely up to you all. What would you like to do? It's either this direction or back the way you came, are really your only two options. At least from what you can
We
see.
could go in the train cars, but that's not a good idea.
No, not that.
No, I don't
I'm
think
following
that's a good
the
idea.
crowd because now it's got dark vision, so I'm trying to stick with them.
I mean, all the tunnels light up right now.
Yeah, you can clearly see through this narrow
Okay,
tunnel.
good.
Yeah, everywhere where I've revealed at this point,
Lit
you can
up.
clearly see. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I say we just keep on pushing.
Okay. What is the marching order? It is quite narrow through this tunnel, and you'd be kind of single file. Who's going first, second, and third?
I mean, it is my quest, so I should be on run.
Okay, Mirage is on point. Who's behind her and who's behind them?
Well,
on.
it doesn't really matter because your boy's small, so this isn't that bad.
Unless someone wants to go in front of me, like, it's up to you.
It's
Because
your
I mean, there is no way for me to protect anyone.
I
You
mean,
know, I'm a big dude. I don't got strength. I'll fuck. You want me to go far? I'll go in front. I don't care shit.
yeah. Okay.
Big boy, go first. Big boy, scary.
Okay. Well, go ahead and bring your token up here then. Okay. As you come out through this tunnel, and up to this second turnstile plastic door, same sort of deal. You can either, small enough, you can go under it or just climb over it. What you do notice is you come around this turn, there is another source of light here, not of your own. And you can hear a pair of voices chittering and chattering. As you come around this turnstile, you realize you're sort of in a pit of these tunnels. And there's another series of tracks on this side. And there's another set of train cars, some in various states of disrepair, some on the tracks, some not. And you see that there's like a metal... some sort of metal staircase that leads up out of this pit to what looks like a platform. And that is where you see a pair of individuals that have a couple oil lanterns that they are... one that they are using to sort of look around. Another that they've put over, and you see that there's a small group of these yellowish greenish slimes just kind of flocking to it like some sort of like little makeshift mosquito light, if you will. They kind of just seem to be more enamored with this little light source beside it, as opposed to, and they're ignoring these two individuals that are in this on this platform. The first individual you see is a sort of middle height woman with reddish brownish hair, with a long skirt and a large pack that she carries with supplies, various implements, and what looks like research devices and notebooks and writing devices. You see this person, Axel, as you're in the front of the group. They very much seem like some sort of researcher. You've seen similar individuals all around the various research facilities of AHA in various parts of Obojima that you've traveled to, specifically here in Yatamon. And the other individual you see is much smaller and is of the Nakudama persuasion, wearing what looks like a finely pressed suit and coat, a bit out of place in this otherwise grungy, rundown, disrepaired subway tunnel. Seems to be just kind of following the lead of this young woman researcher as they look about the various equipment on the platform. And I'll go ahead and reveal that for you all and those two individuals. As well as the extent of the tunnel that you can see. As you can see, there's the stair that I referred to earlier, and you can see ahead of that is the young woman and the small Nakudama companion on the platform. What would you all like to do? They have not seemed to have noticed you all.
Do we think the girl went through all this trouble? I'll push the lights a little bit far so it doesn't look like... So it doesn't like look through the tunnel a little bit.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check if you don't mind, Mirage, as you peek around this corner with the light.
Did I pick?
Well, if you're trying to hide the light, so you're trying to be more
Okay.
stealthy as you come around the corner, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I mean, should we just go through them and tell them like we're looking for this girl that apparently everybody knows?
As you peek around that corner, Mirage, you notice that the light kind of bounces off of a reflective surface on this table on the platform. So much so that the young woman kind of turns and notices. Who is there? Who is there coming around this corner? Show yourself.
Bark, bark.
I'm not a dog anymore.
I know. I'm purposely saying bark, bark.
I was just gonna use my sling and try to break their lantern.
What?
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That was me panicking. Hopefully this works. Smash the lantern.
Hasn't gone through
Watch
yet.
this place go on fire.
I have to use magic stone for this.
That's the attack roll.
Yeah, that's the attack roll.
Unfortunately, that does not hit, as the magic stone goes just wide of the lantern. It's quite a small object, and it strikes the tabletop nearby. Oh, good heavens! What are you doing? What is your problem? We mean no harm. What are you doing? We are here researching the tunnels. Who are you? Who is there?
This could not be going
Speaking Nakadama, no, who are you?
As you speak in Nakudama, the smaller companion Nakudama kind of calls back. We are researchers of AHA.
I love it.
This is Dr. Sorry, I forget the name.
That's the voice. Fuck yeah, okay.
This is
Well,
Dr.
like,
Zalia Front,
Hello, everyone.
and I am Crucius. Who are you?
Well, Crucius, I don't know who I am. Who am I?
Show yourselves.
Between all these voices, I don't know who's doing the voice anymore.
No, you show yourselves.
He lifts up the lantern that you tried to hit, and you can hear the young lady call. We mean no harm. We are researchers of AHA. Who are you and why are you attacking us?
We're not attacking you.
You threw rocks at us. What do you mean you're not attacking us?
Was that rock
gonna-
hitting you? No. We don't know where that rock came from. What rock?
Shapeshift, like
Show yourselves. If we do not
just into
return,
human.
our associates will come down here. They will find you, and you will be in a world of trouble. Who are you?
We are you. We are we. Who are you?
Axel,
I'm just gonna go out.
Axel, give me a history check, please.
Me?
Yes, you. You're the one associated with AHA.
Yeah, alright, that's fair.
I'm just screwing with these guys.
You vaguely heard as the Nakudama calls out the name Dr. Zalia Front. You've heard that name before. It matches with somebody you've heard of in the researchers of AHA here in the city of Yatamon. You've not met the person before, but you've heard the name when you've been in the libraries here in AHA with your various contacts with the organization.
What's the name?
The name of the young woman that they mentioned is Dr. Zalia Front.
Zalia Front.
And the Nakudama's name that he called out was Crocius.
It would be fucking Cropius.
I'll show you the individuals that you see. Give me just a moment here.
What's his fucking dad's name? Rabididus?
I didn't make these names up. They were in the book.
No, I know.
I'll whisper to our companions. Do we actually show ourselves?
I mean, yeah. I don't think.
At this point, why the fuck? Are we really? They're not gonna fucking fight us. They're not gonna fight us. I think we're fine.
This is the young lady that you see.
She ain't gonna do shit. She's got maps. She's fine.
Then the moment we come out, firebolt. Just kidding.
It might be a scroll. Who knows? You're right. Fuck.
She's got a magnifying glass. She could light us on fire very slowly.
Oh my god.
I think it'll be alright.
I think it'll be alright. I'll come out, you know?
Cropius, I'm scared of.
It's fine. You know, I'm gonna throw one. Oh, that's so cute.
He looks like he's 12. We're fine.
He's the scariest one.
I'm gonna throw like one of the dancing lights like here to lighten up this space. And I'm just gonna poke out, you know? And just gonna be like, okay.
You can see she's holding up the lantern and she's pointing it at you, but she hasn't made any aggressive moves.
But she sees me, right? With the dancing light?
Yes, she can very clearly see you. She's got her lantern pointed at you. So she can clearly see as you come around this corner.
So I'm just gonna come out and be like, okay, sorry. Sorry, we mean no harm. My friend here has social anxiety, so he got scared. We are just trying to come through. We're looking for a girl that took something from me.
So you throw rocks at people?
Like I said, my friend
What is your
has
problem?
social anxiety. He doesn't.
First of all,
Mirage,
Shall we
make
not
a
throw?
persuasion check, please.
No.
You can see her arms are still sort of shaking as she's holding this lantern. I don't know if I trust you. You attacked us the moment you came in sight. What is your... Why are you here? You stated you were looking for a young girl? I've not seen such a girl. What are you doing here?
I mean, we did panic because we saw these things that we don't know what they are.
They are yellow slimes. They are
How would I
attracted
know
to
that?
energies.
Well, I don't know that.
Give me, Mirage, give me a nature check.
Like I say, I don't know that.
No, you definitely don't. Either way, they are harmless as long as you keep them preoccupied. As long as you are not the focus of their attention, you are fine. So with all due respect, I would like you all to come here within eye shot, so I'm not concerned that you are going to attack us some more.
I guess I'll step
Just
out, hide the
move on up.
sling. Like I said, we did not throw rocks at you.
Mipsy, give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh my god.
With pleasure. That'd be a 5.
Yes, and clearly I am as a knuckle-dumber like my companion here. I don't believe you. But nevertheless, as long as you agree not to attack us any further, we will agree to listen to why you were here. So we're clearly 3 of you at least. Where's the other one?
How would she know? Not just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, how do you know there's 3?
I heard 3 voices. I'm
I'm
not.
here.
We're talking about this voice, man. I want you.
Are you making fun of me?
I was only responding in your native language now, wasn't I?
And he just goes quiet for the time being, but watches you with these large, like, black pupiled, like, eyes. Just these huge, like, even for a Nakudama, they are large, like, eyes, and very much on the top of the head as he watches you closely. And you can see that there's another lantern kind of set on the floor over here, and there's multiple of these green slimes kind of just sort of bouncing around it and kind of just poking at it with their pseudopods, which kind of falls in line with what Dr. Front was saying around this. They seem to be more interested in this sort of small energy source than they are the 2 researchers. As I stated, I am a member of AHA. I'm here researching the abandoned subway tunnels, trying to find out why they were let go, and perhaps if we can find a way to utilize them further, and if any of the tunnels are still accessible beyond what we know. And of course, to find any applicable fail stage technology that might have been unobserved in this time period. I would very much like it if you would not attack us. But nevertheless, come here. It is not safe to be on the lower track level. She kind of steps back away from the stairwells and kind of signals for you to come up on the platform.
I guess I'll come up.
I just want to say, like, when we passed through, like, already this part, I called the other waxling back. So you can still go through here, right?
Yes, yeah, I'll go ahead and reveal some of these other areas. You can see inside this other car, there's more of these yellow slimes. They seem pretty ubiquitous in this area. And as you bring your waxling over here, something else that you notice, there is a larger pack of these yellow slimes further down this tunnel, and there's some other strange looking organic sort of vegetable-like spirits up on this platform that seem to have drawn the attention of these yellow slimes, but they can't really reach them. They almost look like little daikon radishes with eyes and small appendages sort of wandering about this area. And there's a couple other ones that look like large carrots. There's one that looks like... I just only had the ones that look like daikons, but... you would know these. You've seen a handful of these as you've traveled around various parts of Obojima, Mirage. These are flora spirits. They usually take the form of some sort of vegetable or fruit or flower or things of that nature. These ones seem to have taken the forms of vegetables and or fungi. Like I said, I just only had the ones that look like radishes. But you can see they've kind of drawn the attention of these yellow slimes. And they seem to be kind of pinned up on this platform, trying to avoid the being in contact with these yellow slimes. Well, do you intend to come and join us, or do you intend to stay down in the pit all day?
So sorry. So these ones are trying, like they're trying to stay out of the yellow ones.
They just seem to be trying to avoid
Concern.
the interaction with the yellow slimes. Like I said, they look like a mixture of like semi-beaten up vegetables with limbs and eyes. And you've seen them before. They are generally referred to as flora spirits. They're about the same size as the slimes. They're just have more opaque forms and look like various sentient vegetables.
Is there more room?
What do you mean is there more room? This is a maintenance platform.
Well, I was asking the
Oh, I'm
like,
sorry.
Is there more room? Like, if I can, while I'm talking to these people, like just let the waxling like go and look around other places, or is this like as far as it goes?
No, there's multiple entrances as you kind of float around.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I thought you were asking in character.
No, sorry. So like, while this is happening, like I want the waxling like to go look around.
Okay. You notice that there's an extension to this tunnel that goes further down here, and then it collapses. And you see what looks like some sort of old van, like a K truck with a top on it. And it's missing two wheels on this left-hand side. And it doesn't look like it's been in use for many, many years. And there looks like there's some sort of makeshift elevator platform over here on the far right-hand side, some sort of conveyance, like service elevator. And then there's another set of stairs that your waxling familiar kind of wanders up. And it goes up and up and up. And just before it gets to what looks like it's getting closer to the surface, the the stairs are collapsed on top of it again. And it's blocked off here.
Does it look like someone is hiding here?
Give me a perception check.
And,
Or better yet, give me a survival check.
Damn it.
It's hard to say. Everything is sort of covered in dust. You see these long streaks that clearly look like the slimes have rolled through them. You don't seem to see any, like, footprints going in that direction, though. And it's hard to say as you look around some of these other areas, because there's quite a lot of, like, disturbed footprints around here, but you imagine... it's hard to see if they're different than those that you see of Dr. Front and or Crocius. Or Crocius. But there's another pair of entrances and exits, and it looks like there were some sort of turnstiles or sort of security doors here, but they've since been ripped off and lost. And there's definitely some sort of movement in this back area as well. Going back here. Like multiple movements. Now, might I ask who you all are and what you are doing here?
Well, like I said, my name is Mirage. Hi. I'm looking for a girl, an elf girl, who stole something important from me, and I'm trying to track her out. They told me she likes to be around this park area. Some people spotted her near that big cat in the entrance. So we got in, thinking that she was here, but we haven't seen her.
I see. Well, I have not seen any young elvish girl, but these are a multitude of tunnels, and the likelihood that someone could slip in and out, especially a young girl, is likely, but it can be dangerous. There are many of these slimes around here, as well as other creatures that try to make these tunnels their homes. And now that I see, you are a member of the courier brigade, yes?
I am, yes.
Ah. Did this young girl happen to steal a parcel of yours, a package, letters?
I sighed so heavily, like, yes.
You can sense that she's the Dr. Front is very astute. She's kind of looking you all over, up and down, making assessments and, taking observation. That this is very much her forte. And she's very astute when it comes to making observations and asking questions. Well, I am Dr. Zalia Front. I'm a member of AHA, and as I stated, I'm here researching the subway tunnels here below Yatamon. It is one of my life's work to try to find the connecting points across the island and perhaps expands our travel network to find safe passage through the various parts of the island, and to research who built these various implements in the first stage, and how we might be able to utilize them, much like the trolley system on the surface. If we could find uses for this, it could expand and safen travels across the island for generations to come. That is, of course, my research is not halted by people throwing rocks at me, as she turns her head and stares right at you, Mipsy, noticing the sling at your hip.
I mean, some rocks is not gonna stop you. You look tough.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but I'd rather you not throw rocks at my tools and my equipment, especially those needed to give light to our research, or perhaps keep the slimes at bay.
Just read in the dark.
She kind of scowls and gives you a sour look. Nevertheless, I have not seen the little girls as you are talking about. What about you, Corkius?
No, I've not seen anything like that.
Now, what's up from this entrance? I ask her.
I've not made it that far. I just made it to this segment after we found another entrance via this conveyor system, as she points over to the other side.
Would you mind if I...
Of course. Be careful around the slimes. Try to stay clear and allow them to observe something of greater import. And then they will
send
leave.
the waxling.
Where do you send your waxling?
Like through here.
Okay.
To peek. I did interrupt you. I'm sorry. You can continue what you were saying.
No. I was asking where you're sending your waxling. She was referring to the conveyor elevator over here on the far right hand side of the tunnel, past where you saw the floral spirits and this pack of yellow slimes.
Oh, like we can go through here, she said?
That's where she said she came down from. She used this conveyor system to get down here.
Okay, I'm gonna keep one of the waxling here, like
Okay.
looking out from this band, and I'm gonna send like another one through here just to see what is here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask her, like, where does this transport takes you? Like up or down?
It takes us back up to the surface. We were unable to come down to this part of the tunnels until recently. We're not able to get past the large cat at the tunnel entrance, so we had to find alternative means.
In what part of the city does it takes you to in the surface?
That is confidential research material for the time being, but if we need to leave this place, I will not try to hide it further, but I'd rather not share my sources for the time being until we've had more time to examine the existing functional equipment.
Okay.
But at the same time as you're having this conversation with Dr. Front, you can see that as you pass your waxling familiar through these areas, there looks to be like what was once some sort of large generator room with various equipment and lines running to all of these various energy sources. And on the left-hand side, where you sensed a lot of this movement, you can see there's a number of those floral spirits moving about, and they seem to be working on these various makeshift planters of sorts. And inside these planters are a number of what look like some sort of fungal growth or mushrooms growing out of these little like plots or pots of sort, these makeshift kind of grow boxes or grow columns. You can see there's probably about half a dozen or more of these floral spirits of various forms and functions. Some look like carrots, radishes, potatoes, cabbages, all kind of scurrying about, filling up these mushroom columns and things. Some sort of like makeshift underground vegetable garden that they're tending to. And they seem to be functioning perfectly fine. All of these, unfortunately, there's no real like traditional surface level vegetables. These all seem to be full of various large fungal growths or mushroom colonies.
Gonna try and pick here.
Yeah, you
It
can.
leads to another room.
Yeah, you peek down this area as well, and it's what looks like what was some sort of maintenance tunnel extension, but it too has collapsed on the other side, and it is sealed shut. As stacks of old pallets and boxes and crates are just collapsed underneath large chunks of rubble and boulders and broken concrete and steel.
Does it look like maybe she hides somewhere there?
You don't seem to see any signs of movement here, and it is completely sealed up by the collapse in these two tunneled areas.
And on the place that the floral spirits are?
There's no other entrances here that you can see. My apologies. This is the one that I stated was collapsed here. The one that you went in further over here, this one seems to be open. This particular area seems to still be open, that the collapse has not occurred as you go up these stairs. Or I'm sorry, down these stairs. This descends further down into the tunnels. In this far right-hand corner of the map.
Okay, it seems that she's not up from this place. I don't know if she went through here, guys. Would she? Would you like to give it another try, maybe? To track the letter?
I'm not a dog. I don't have any more wild shapes.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, but if they're saying they haven't seen her, I mean,
Have they seen the fuzzy creature at all?
oh, true.
Have you heard any weird dog sounds? A bird that's been lying around here by chance?
You can see Dr. Front looks at Croceus. You stated that you held some sniffling earlier in our research endeavors. Loud snorting. It was in that other room. Didn't look too much into it. Thought it was the vegetable people. And he points to this room over here where you see the grow columns and pots that the floral spirits are attending to.
Are we allowed to examine there?
I do not see why not, as long as you don't intend to be any more violent.
I can promise I won't be violent towards your studies.
I appreciate that. By all means. This is not my home, but I do not mind if you... As long as you do not disturb the technologies here, I do not mind if you observe in process of looking for this missing person. As she steps aside for you to proceed further in.
This is the only way to go through it.
To get up to
Yeah.
that upper chamber, yes, that's the only direction. Or means to get to that area. To get up here to where
Well, these are on the way.
They seem to be there's like a lamp that they're looking at right now. That other lantern that that was not in the hands of Dr. Front. They seem to be just kind of floating around it. Kind of like mosquitoes floating around a light bulb. They don't seem to care about you all as long as they have something more distracting around them.
Alright.
I guess forward we go.
Yeah.
I mean, but how would the girl get through all of this without being seen? That's sneaky girl. So should we go all the way to the top?
I guess so.
We're going up, up, up.
But as you can see, there are a number of these like grow columns, pots with various species of mushrooms being grown by these floral spirits. As you look around,
Is this place light up?
they don't seem to have any lights that are functioning right now, other than the light of your waxling companion. or the light of your companion Axel's bullseye lantern. That's why you can tell that these floral spirits seem to be growing something, but they're all seem to be some sort of fungal, like mushrooms and things of that nature. They seem to be of the edible variety based on what you've seen in the past. They don't seem to be like, but they definitely, there's no like typical surfaced vegetables that you see in these growing containers. They all seem to be some sort of various species of fungus.
I mean, should I light up all this whole room with dancing lights?
Okay. Oh, you're asking Mipsy to do it?
I mean, I was asking if it was okay, like, for confirmation of, like, should I do it? Yeah? Okay, then. Like, dancing light the whole room.
Mm-hmm. Mirage,
or what I can.
Yeah, as you cast your dancing lights into this room, give me a perception check.
Oh, I hate myself.
You notice the, like I said, all the growing containers and the various equipment here. They seem to be like some sort of... You don't see where the source of the water is coming from, but there seems to be a slow, like, drip irrigation system that these floral spirits are maintaining all around this space. It's quite a tall ceiling here in these spaces, and you definitely cast light all over these growing containers. But if you'd like to research further and try to find signs of either the elvish girl or her companion spirit, you can certainly do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and like search for them. I'm gonna pull a little bit of my other wax limb because one of it is still here. I don't trust that one. To search both of us. Maybe like one side. Or like, yeah, because where's everybody?
I'm gonna be following right behind you.
What about you, Axel?
I'm going.
Okay.
Okay, so then what if we start kind of like searching the place in a straight line? Each one like in a place. And then I'll just keep a wax laying here on the door in case she's here, right? Because she might not even be here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Mirage, as you look around for signs, or a survival check, your choice, as you try to find signs of either the elvish girl or the familiar. Okay. You search around these growing containers, and you can see the floral spirits are a little weary of you as you kind of wander around. They kind of scuttle out of the way and give you a wide berth as you look around. And you do spot something abnormal that you weren't expecting to find. A small, faint tuft of brown fur that seems out of place around all this other flora. A small tuft of brown fur that you've seen before. It is definitely the same sort of color and texture as the spirit that had accompanied Imelda and had sniffed you up and down on the surface in Yatamon. But there's something else that you notice. Something that you weren't looking for. And it's not so much that you see it, but you feel it. As you look around, you find the tuft of fur. I'm going to go ahead and move your token where you find the tuft of fur here. As you find that tuft of fur and you're looking down and you go to pick it up, you feel something slimy and sort of sharp and spiny drape over your shoulder. As you brought in your dancing lights and your waxling, the problem with observation is oftentimes the average person doesn't tend to look beyond 30 degrees upwards. And this tall ceiling seems to have hidden something beyond what you see directly in front of you. As this spiny, slimy vine tendril drips down from the ceiling across your shoulder. Does a 21 hit?
I was gonna say for like, is it dropping from the ceiling?
Yes.
I mean,
Mirage,
is there any
I'm sorry.
way for me to have react while I look at it to do something?
That's why I had asked for the perception check earlier.
Okay. 21 hits, yeah.
Yeah. You feel this tendril, this spiny tendril wrap around your upper torso and lift you up, and as it does, it clenches down on you, and the thorns around it dig into you, and you take 2 points of piercing damage as you are lifted up and restrained by some strange floral entity. And as you look up for the first time and notice what you had not perceived, you notice there are 4 large, toothy, mawed, floral creatures suspended on the ceiling of this space.
Birds.
While this is happening, can I just scream?
You can definitely
help.
scream.
I'm
Screaming
just
is a free action.
Scream.
I'm gonna scream. I mean, like help, help, and like trying to scream as loud for the other people, like the doctor, and like being like, "That's
What is going on? What is happening?"
I mean, just for her to be aware too.
And as you hear what is happening, Axel, Mipsy, you watch this happen as you watch this tendril just slowly descend downward and latch around your companion. Axel, I don't know, were you following behind all this?
I was.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Then you would be, if you want to bring your token up there.
Yeah.
You see this happen all in kind of real time as you see these 4 like tendrily bodied plant maws of teeth open wide from the ceiling down from the shadows. And we'll pick that up next time as we start with initiative.
Why do these guys look like the flower boss from Cuphead?
I can see
pretty
that.
close.
yeah.
In fact, give me a nature check, Mipsy,
Oh, shit.
to see if you know what these are.
Mipsy's probably gonna know.
Yeah, you definitely know what these are. These are carnivorous plants known as lion's blooms
Oh my god.
that can live all over Obojima, and they will eat usually smaller prey given the opportunity, but in limited spaces like this, they will eat anything.
Oh, cool.
All this because of a letter.
But
So that
Well,
means the
you do
girl,
this.
the girl is fun.
Well, we don't
I
know.
hope you didn't promise anything to, Jenny or something.
Well,
I
I
just
promised that I wouldn't do anything. I
Smart,
can't speak for
smart.
what else happens.
Yeah, yeah.
I was a
nature,
dog. I
right?
couldn't promise anything.
You barked twice. You acknowledged you were there.
hey, you found signs of said creature. That doesn't necessarily mean, but
Yeah.
we'll find out next time. Because we're creeping up on 3 hours, and this could be a series of encounters here. So we'll pick that up next time on that little cliffhanger as you find
Yeah, we may
yourself
have a
suspended
fire.
from the ceiling.
Yay!
Yeah, we're gonna have a fire. I know that.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
Oh,
Basically.
I feel bad for the doctor all saying like, yeah, we're not gonna break anything, and immediately fireball.